All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. Today our topic is about people of Indonesia. Now, uh, Indonesia is a very beautiful country. I've never been there, but you do not need to be a genius to find out that this is really a very beautiful country. But I noticed something very unique about Indonesia, and I want Indonesian who they are watching with us to think about it. Indonesia, as all countries in the world, contain two things: land and people. People are beautiful and land are beautiful. But you will notice right away that if you go to a land which Islam is not considered to be stronghold in it, that land is more happy. People there, they live really happy life. They are more tolerance, they are more happy, and they are more successful. The more we find people who they are trying to implant Islam in the land, the more we find that this territory or this city or this island is unhappy, unsuccessful, and not safe. Why, if we go to area which is not occupied by people who want to practice Islam, I'm not talking Muslims now, I'm saying, because there's Muslims who they are Muslims by name, and there's Muslims who they are real Muslims who want to practice Islam. And this is not only in Indonesia. If you go in the Middle East, any country you choose, the more it is close to Islam as a practice, the more it's dangerous, the more it's insecure, the more you cannot even trust your wife to walk alone in the street. And I will give you an example: Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, you cannot let your wife go alone, neither your daughter or your sister or even your little child. You see, sometime I see videos on YouTube about women living in the van going around in USA or in Europe. You cannot do that in Islamic country. If a woman she go in a van, what will happen to her? Safety, security does not exist. So why in a place where we have Buddha, Hindus, Christians, I mean, people, they live and they are, I mean, I'm not saying there's no bad people there. There is bad people everywhere. But bringing Islam does not bring security and make happiness flee. You know what I mean? If you go in the Middle East, you will see Muslims, they would love to buy a house in a Christian area, and they will pay a lot of money to have such a house because they enjoy the neighborhood of Christians. I remember how Muslim women, they come to visit my mother, and they don't need to bring their husband with them, but the husband will not let his wife to go and visit a Muslim family unless he is with her. So he trusts his wife to come to our house, even though he knew my dad is there. He's not worried, but he cannot trust his wife to go to a Muslim family house, even if it is visiting her sister. Muslims, they have a trust on Christians, they don't have a trust on each other. So what is behind this? Right? How you can trust when you are a Muslim? If Muhammad himself, he went to his own son house when the husband was away, and he flirted with the wife, and then he made a chapter in the Quran saying it's good for you to do so. If the Prophet is like that, what about who believe the Prophet is a best man? And today is about all those things, including about languages. You know, Indonesia is a multicultural, ethnic There's many ethnic groups, many cultures me and myself I don't really understand, and I find some of it some like strange, very strange. Like I see people putting mask, makeup in their faces, etc. So for me, I'm not familiar with this, but this is their culture. And the most important is how peaceful it is, and then the rest is not really important. You put a mask in your face or you don't, that will not make any difference for me. You put a makeup, you put etc. This is your culture, no problem. So they have their own culture. Everybody have his own culture. But you will notice that the second Islam come, the culture of Indonesian disappear. The culture of any country disappear. Islam will be supremacist, and Islam will force the food you eat, the clothes you wear, the name you name, the dress you do, and even the word you say. And one of the most tool they use is right away forcing you to pray in Arabic. Why an Indonesian who is born in Indonesia all his life, he don't speak Arabic, he have nothing to do with Arab like me, why he have to name his son Arabic name, and he have to pray to Allah in Arabic, and he have to wear Arabic clothes, and he have to eat Arabic food, as Muhammad he did, who live in Arabian Peninsula? What I have to do with Muhammad? Let us say Muhammad, as Muslims they say he's a prophet. Well, can't you be a prophet, bring God to people without bringing Arabic to them? Can they be Muslims yet Indonesian? Can they be Muslims and yet they have their own heritage? No, you cannot. Arab and Islam is one thing. Islam use Arabic and Arab to be supreme above other cultures. So you will see someone like Zakir Naik, who is not from Arabia. What about say, okay, you pray to God, say glory to Allah, you know, the most whatever. Do you have to say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, A'udhu billahi min at-Tayd? Why you not? Why do you want to do that? It's not your language. Can't your God speak to you in your language? What exactly is the point of speaking, praying to God in a language you don't speak? Actually, this is silly. And this is a proof that the God of Islam is not a God for everybody. This is the God for the Arab. So you live in Indonesia, which is a couple of thousand of miles away from the Arabian Peninsula, yet you speak to God of Islam in Arabic? What will happen if you speak to him in Indonesian? He will not listen? He's not there for you? He will not understand you? Isn't it ridiculous that God he speak only Arabic? Who is the Muslim when I say to me what the word Allah mean? They don't know. The Arab themselves they do not know. So how about someone from Indonesia? Someone from Indonesia who doesn't speak one Arabic word, yet he and the Arab themselves they do not know what the word Allah mean. They don't know. Where the name coming from? They don't know. Who is the first one who used the word Allah? They don't know. They don't know. For this is a fabricated name of a previous religion. The God who his name is Allah, he do not know how to create the baby. He think the baby was a sperm and the sperm became a dead blood. The God who his name is Allah, he think the sun set in the murky water, and he think Alexander the Great was a prophet of Allah. That is your God Allah. How and why Allah he insists that his religion is an Arabic religion, and why he insists saying many times in the Quran that we made this book an Arabic book. Let us read together what Allah supposedly says. Lu We have revealed this literature in Arabic that you may understand. Are you serious? Hey, Indonesian, Allah speaking to you. Allah sent the book in Arabic so you might understand. Where is your ustad who don't speak Arabic and tell us how he understand the Quran? Allah saying that to you. Indeed, we have sent it down in Arabic, an Arabic Quran, that you may understand. What does that mean? Okay, I'm an Indonesian, how I will understand? CP, does not Bible say that when it comes to Hebrew language? My friend, the Bible first of all is not written in Hebrew. That's mean you do not know what are you talking about. The Bible itself is written in many languages: Greek, Hebrew, Aramaic, and even some is written in Egyptian. So what are you talking about? To make it simple, the Bible is written in all languages in the time of writing the book, not in one language. But as you see here, the Quran, indeed we have sent down the Quran. It's an Arabic Quran, so you might understand. So why it's Arabic? So you might understand. So what is the purpose of making it in Arabic? So you might understand. But look at this. Even the Arab who speak Arabic, they don't understand the Quran. So how a person who is from Indonesia or Bangladesh, he can understand the Quran? You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. And then you get somebody like that, he want to debate the Christians about Islam, but he don't understand one Arabic word. The Muslims who make a big deal about him, and too bad I did not get a chance to debate him and demolish him. He don't speak a single Arabic word except Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So how this is a book can be for mankind? The Quran keep talking about Arabic. And thus we have revealed it in Arabic. Okay, why? Why we reveal it in Arabic? Remember Muhammad, he said that Allah, he sent him the Quran in 7 Arabic dialect. Why? Because Muhammad claimed that the Arab, they cannot understand. Okay, how the Arab cannot understand, and they are Arabic, and they need 7 Quran to understand the Arabic Quran, but someone from Indonesia, he can understand the Quran. No explanation. How we can understand Islam? Okay, let us say I am a person coming from, from the middle of Indonesia. I do not know anything about Arabic. I speak no other languages except the language of my tribe, and I want to understand about this God Allah. How I can understand? No answer. Even the Quran itself saying that Allah never sent a messenger to any nation except in their language. Why? So they might understand. And we did not send any messenger except speaking in the language of his people. Okay. Why? So they might understand, to make it clear for them. That's logical. So how Muhammad was sent to you? This is contradiction for the Quran. in order to make the teaching clear, we have to send it in the language of the people, and the prophet he have to be from the people. That's very logical. Unless your language, your religion is international and can be translated, your religion, to all languages. But Muslims don't accept Quran in English. They don't accept Quran to be in Indonesian language. You have translation, yes, but that's not Quran. Unless you can pray to your God in your language, but you cannot. You have to pray in Arabic. You have to read Quran in Arabic. And then the Quran says we never send a message unless in the language of the people so they might understand. So how that can be from God? Or what I see, that this is a religion fit only with certain people who they are Arab. You pray in Arabic, you are an Arab. You read the book in Arabic, you are an Arab. And the funny, they say to us Islam is an international religion, but Allah he chose the most difficult language ever, which is Arabic. Arabic is a very difficult language. Even the Quran says that Muhammad was sent to the village of Mecca and what is around it. Do you see it? This was not and never was a book for the world. The Quran says that. And this is a book which we have sent down, plus and confirming what was before it, confirming the Bible, that you may warn the mother of the cities and what is around it. By the way, it doesn't say mother of cities, it says mother of the villages, which is Mecca, and what is around it. That's it. Is Indonesia what is around it? Is Indonesia 15 miles from Mecca? What do you think? So even your book, which you think it's a holy book, is totally full of contradiction. That does not make sense, proving to us that Indonesia is not included as a nation which should consider Islam to be for her, because the prophet of Islam is not sent to you, is sent only to the mother of the villages, Mecca, and what is around it. And this is why it was in Arabic. This is the only reason, no other reason. And here, by the way, the verse after this one, do you know what this story is about? It's about a guy who used to work as a scribe to Muhammad, and he got him busted. The guy who told Muhammad, blessed be Allah, the best of the creators, Muhammad, he took the verse from him, he put in the Quran. So the guy, he says, oh, what was inspired to Allah, to Muhammad was inspired to me first. And that's what the verse saying. The guy, he left Islam and he got Muhammad busted. And the story is in front of you, an evidence of corruption of Muhammad. How I can be from Indonesia or Bangladesh or India or etc., or America or Germany, Europe, wherever, Africa, and yet I can be a Muslim? The Quran says you cannot. And the Quran confirmed that Muhammad was sent only to the Arab. Well, until now, how those people they can go to Hajj? Let me explain to you. If now we have more than 1 billion Muslim, not 1.4, let's say just only billion, for easier calculation. Mecca can take up to 2 million visitors. Up to 2 million visitors to do Hajj. And the season of Hajj is a month. Actually, even is less than a month. It's a few days at the end of the month. So all those people, they have to come and do Hajj. How we can give opportunity to a Muslim to visit the Kaaba. It's impossible. If we say every year we can give 2 millions the right to visit the Kaaba every year, okay, and let us say we have 1 billion, not 1 million, 1 billion. When your turn will be to visit the Kaaba, 300 years from now, 500 years from now, 1,000 years from now, it's impossible. That means Islam is not practical and it's impossible religion. Nobody can do that, and Muslims cannot do that. Even if you live for 500 years, still you cannot go to visit the Kaaba. The one who can visit now is a lucky guy. They give him a visa because they have a limited visa to give. They cannot exceed certain number because the city cannot handle it, the location cannot handle it, the space cannot handle it. Look at this small tiny square. What is that? People die. Go and see how 600 people, they claim at the beginning that 600 people die, and later we find more than 5,000 people get killed step by the feet, because if you fell down in the ground you are dead. The crowd behind you will step on you because they cannot even stop. It's not like because they want to kill you, but because they are going in a circle and nobody can stop the one behind him. So you fell in the ground, you are dead. That's it. Nobody can take you down from the ground. That alone is a proven to us that Islam is false. What about the other thing? Location of the Kaaba. Location of the Kaaba prove Islam to be false. Let me show you this. All of us, we knew that the Muslim, they claim that Allah, he sent the black stone as a guide where to build the Kaaba. Okay, that's good. And then we find this. Look at this. The Kaaba flooded by the sewage. So Allah chose the location of the Kaaba, and the Kaaba flooded by the sewage. This is who God. This is God the choice, the location. Are you sure? Imagine that you are God and you choose the best location for your house. This is the house of Allah. This is not any house. And then you choose it to be there. Who is the one who did it choose the location? The Muslim, they say Allah. That is a horrible location. Well, now the flood is not as before. It's better than before. Thanks to the American technology, they were able to help them. But before, each time they have little rain, it's flood. As simple as that. Anytime. It was something that happened every year. Now it's less, like it happened maybe once every few years. But still it happened. How this can be a place Allah chose to be his holy house there? That alone is a proof to me that Islam is false. You see, if the Muslim, they say that okay, somebody he chose it there, but no, they say Allah is the one who chose the Kaaba to be there. So how this can be from God? Very hot, very dry, dead land. Living there is very tough. Going there very hot. What about Allah chose the Kaaba to be in a very beautiful island in Indonesia, where the green, the birds, it's paradise already. Clear water, fish, huh? That will be beautiful. But thank God the Kaaba is not there, otherwise Indonesia will be destroyed. Anyway, I want to say thank you guys for being here. May the Lord bless you. And until we see you soon again, Christ is Lord, Islam is false, and we prove it every day.